Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Carol J. Dunlop, your online WOW strategist. Just making sure that y'all can hear me. Let's check and make sure that everything's good because I'm going live. I always gotta check. Yep, I see myself. It looks good. So, hey, again, I'm Carol J. Dunlop, your online WOW strategist, and every Friday at 1 p.m. I come to you live, and we're doing. Hey, Tennille, good to have you here. We're doing a WOW website questions, WOW website Q&A. I'm answering your burning questions about your website and helping you to make it a WOW website and keep it running smoothly. So today we're talking about how to keep your website running smooth 24/7, right? It's not that hard, but you got to do it. And if you don't do it, someone someone else, you need to pay someone like us to do it, or you need to just I don't know, not have you. Hey, beautiful, you're awesome. I love Tennille. She's so sweet and awesome, and an up and coming awesome entrepreneur. She's got things rolling. I just love what she's doing. She and I talk all the time, so I can't wait to see all the big, awesome things she does. So let's get into this. What did I do? I don't know if you guys know or not. Have you ever heard of Loola.tv? Lou, Loola.tv. That's how I'm coming to you live. I struck out on Facebook. For some reason, it won't connect my Facebook, so I'm not going live there. But I am going live on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Facebook when it decides to play. But I'm looking for a streaming platform where I can stream to a lot of places, right? I still use StreamYard, and I have used them for a long time, but I'm thinking I might move over to Restream.io, because with Restream, you can stream to 5 platforms at one time for their lowest paid product. And for StreamYard, you can only stream to 3. So I'm going to figure out which one I'm going to do since it's time to renew. Anyway, the reason I was talking about Lula is that you can stream to Instagram. One of the few places that allows you to stream to Instagram. And I'm on the free platform right now because I love free. I love the free. And you get 20 minutes a time, and you get, I think it's 168 minutes a month. So it's pretty cool. So y'all check it out, as not a affiliate or anything, just to let you know. So this is about your website. So mainly there's one thing that you need to do to keep your website running smoothly without interruption, and that is web maintenance. Let me say it again. Web maintenance. Maintenance is all about doing the things that I'm going to tell you to do monthly, weekly, daily if you want, but basically monthly and weekly, you need to do these things. And that's going to keep your website running very smooth. It keeps it up so that when the people go to your website, they don't have to see the white screen of death or the blue screen of death or anything other than your website. Number one thing you need to do, and that is to, oh, thank you, Tennille. You keep being awesome as well. So the number one thing you need to do is update your core. So I talk about WordPress websites. I only design on WordPress websites. I love WordPress. It's awesome. It runs probably at least a third, maybe 2/3 of the websites that are out there right now. So WordPress is the bomb. They have a free WordPress.com platform that you can start your website on. I do not recommend that. I recommend that you go to WordPress.org, download the version of WordPress, and put it on your own hosting platform. Number one reason you can't sell on WordPress.com. It's their platform, it's their site and all that. You can't sell unless, I guess, you pay a lot of money. But I know that before, when they had that free thing that you could do, you couldn't sell anything. If they found you selling, they would shut you down. So go get your free WordPress site, put it on your own hosting program, and we do host sites as well. And we can install your WordPress software and keep it up and running and all that good stuff. But just remember, there's 2 of them, WordPress.com and WordPress.org. Get your free one from WordPress.org, put it on your own hosting site. Stay away from WordPress.com because you don't want to do that. So anyway, you need to update your WordPress core, the actual software that runs it. It comes out at least once a month. It used to be once every 2 or 3 months, but at least once a month it comes out with updates, and you need to get those updates, and you need to update your site to keep it running, and you need to do it at least monthly. Second thing, you need to update your plugins. Plugins are little pieces of software that kind of plug in, that's why they're called plugins, to your website to keep it running. And with plugins, you can make your website into a store, make it into a directory, make it into a membership site, do a review site, do a directory, whatever you want to do. All these plugins help you to do these things. So you can have a calendar on it. You can run it just like the biggest, most awesome websites out there. You can do with your own little website on your own little corner of the world by using these plugins. Most of the plugins are free. The rest of them are paid, and then some of them are what we call freemium, meaning they have pieces of them that are free. And if you want the other things that are associated with it, you have to pay. You have to pay. But for the most part, you can get a lot of things for free. I'm telling you, I am the queen of free, and I know because I'm not paying for all that stuff out there. So those plugins is a good and a bad. The good thing is they allow your site, like I said, you could do anything you want with your website. Just imagine it, you can do it. The bad thing is each plugin is created by a developer, singular or a whole company of developers who develop these plugins for WordPress for you to use them, whether free or paid or whatever. The thing is that software only lasts for so long, and then they're always constantly testing it and make sure it's working right, so they find bugs in it or little back doors that can open up to, guess who? Spammers and hackers. So they fix it, and when they fix it, they send you out an update and they say, hey, install this update to protect your site. You need to pay close attention to that, because if you do not install that update to protect your site, then you could see the blue screen or white screen or whatever screen or no screen when you go to see your website, because the plugin is not working, or some little hacker or spammer has found its way into your website through that back door that they left open. So that's why it's very important. Website maintenance is extremely important. It keeps your website running safely, securely, smoothly, so you can make your sales, get your clients, and all that stuff. But you got to play the game. You got to play along. So you got to update those plugins. Now, if you are on the WordPress.com free site, you don't have to worry about that as much. Number one, they don't let you put plugins on there. Number two, they take care of everything in the background. But number three, you can't sell and make money. So I'd rather have something that I'm in control of. I can sell and make money. And I just got to do a little maintenance. All good things come to people who do awesome work, right? So you will need to update your plugins and replace old plugins, because sometimes when you go through the back end of your website, your dashboard, you can't see, it'll look like the plugin is fine, but if you don't install this one plugin, WordFence, wordfence.com, which is free, it has a paid version too, but the free one should be okay. Install that, and it will tell you if that plugin is still viable, meaning if the developers are still updating it. When they stop updating it, that is a problem, because that means that they are not fixing those little doors that have the hinges on them that let the spammers and the hackers in. So you need to replace the old plugins. Not only do you need to update the plugins that you have, you need to replace the old plugins. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's not really. If you get used to doing it, you can do it. Or like I said, you can hire us and we'll do it. And so you need to do that monthly. The other thing you need to do, third thing that you need to do monthly, is to look at your links. All the links that are at the top of your site, your navigation bar, the links that you put in your blogs, the links that you put on your pages, you need to look at them, check them out, and make sure they still go to the same place. Why? Because if you're linking to something outside of your site, people's websites go down. They get rid of them. They don't use them anymore. The links don't always work. So you need to be checking on them at least monthly, to make sure that if you're given a resource to something and this is a great resource, go to this link, and then people go click that link and nothing happens, that looks bad on you. Then you need to look at the links that you're pointing to internally as well. Maybe you changed the page title or something and you didn't even think about it, and now the link that you have to that page does not work. Well, you need to fix that. So I suggest you go through your site monthly, look at your links. Now you may not catch all of them, and one or two you can come back and change it and stuff, but just at least you need to look at that. All right, number four, you need to keep your copyright current. Your copyright look at the bottom of your WordPress website. It'll say copyright, whatever the year is. It means that you own the copyright, or you are legally the owner. And if someone tries to copy any of your stuff, they're going to be in trouble. But if you say my copyright, if you look on the bottom of your site, this is 2022, and your copyright is saying 2020, 2019, 2013, or anything other than 2022, people are going to think, they haven't even looked at this website in umpteen years or months or weeks or whatever. How can I trust that the information that they have on this site is up to date if they are not updating the copyright? So usually you only need to do this annually. And I have tried this little trick that they have that will update the stuff automatically annually, and it don't work. So I just manually have to go in there and put the year in there. And if you miss it, you may want to just say, hey, every January 1st, I'm going to change this thing. That way, you're going to do it. Or pick a date that every year you're going to change and update the copyright, so that when people come to your site and look at your copyright, now people aren't necessarily just scrounging your site to look at your copyright, but most of the time, if they read the whole page and they go down to the bottom where your footer is and they look at your footer, they're going to see. So you need to make sure you change that. All right, number 5, every week, do this weekly. These next 2 things you're going to do weekly. Look at your site as if you are a visitor, as if you've just landed on this site the first time, you've never seen it before, and kind of go through it. Go through it like you are a visitor. You're looking for whatever this person is offering. And you want to keep in mind, do the links lead me to where I want to go? Is the are the pictures there, or do you see this little bitty box? It's about the little box to be about that big, and it doesn't say anything. It means that the picture is missing. Is a picture missing for some reason? Is the link broken? You've got to be, I mean, this is your business, right? This is your piece of your business on the internet, your hub, where everybody's going to find out about you. You don't want it, just like your house. You don't want strangers coming into your house and saying, "Oh my God, she nasty," or "This doesn't look right," or whatever. So you don't want people coming to your website and like, "Oh my God, what's going on with this? This is unorganized. I can't find anything." Because you know what they're going to do? Bounce right off of there. So we don't want that to happen. The other thing you need to do, okay, you're looking at the front, you're looking at the pages, make sure everything looks right, it's proportioned correctly, the words are right, all of that. Then you need to go behind the scenes, log into your dashboard, and make sure you don't have any red flags. Make sure that whatever the dashboard stuff is telling you, you need to update this. Perhaps your version of PHP is out of date, and PHP or .php is the programming language that actually runs the website. If the version is out of date, then the site is not going to run correctly, or there's things that you can't do with the site. And you may think, hey, Tim, thanks for joining in. And you may think, oh, well, I don't even know anything about that. Well, if you're hosting with us, we take care of that with the maintenance. But if you're hosting with someone else, you just need to tell them, hey, my PHP version is out of date. I need to change that and update it, right? So not having the right PHP version can mean that your site will not run, or you may not be able to run the things that you want to run. Like you've got this awesome plugin that you just put on your site, and for some reason it can't run. And it will tell you this cannot run, or you can't update this because your PHP version is out of date. That's something that you do not want to see. But if you log into the back end of your WordPress website, then you can definitely see what's going on with the site. Get rid of any of those little red marks or orange marks or those little notifications that are telling you that your site is not running correctly. So again, let's run through the monthly, the weekly, and even not necessarily daily, but monthly and weekly pretty much. So monthly, you need to update your WordPress core. You need to update your plugins and replace old plugins that have been abandoned in the WordPress repository. That's what they call it. The place where you go to look for all the plugins is called the WordPress repository. And if those plugins haven't been updated, I think they say 6 months or more, you need to get rid of it and find something else. Then you need to look monthly. Also, you need to look at your links and make sure the links are going to the correct place that they need to go to, and that they haven't changed, and that the links are still working. And you need to look on the inside and the outside, and I mean internally, and if you are sending a link to someone else, another page or something. You need to make sure that's working. And internally, you need to make sure your stuff is working. So the next thing you need to do annually, you need to look at your copyright and make sure it says copyright the current year and your business name. If it says anything other than the current year, you're in trouble. I'm just telling you, you're in trouble because people are going to look at that copyright and think that you have not updated your site regularly, and they're going to think that, oh, I can't trust this place. The last two you need to do weekly. That's look at your site as a visitor. Just log onto your website. Make sure, number one, it comes up. And number two, that everything looks good. The pictures are right. The links are not broken. Everything's showing up. And then you need to log in and go to your dashboard and make sure you don't have any red flags or orange flags back there that you can take care of. That's the way to keep, this is the way, website maintenance is the way to keep your site up and running smoothly so that you can welcome all those new clients and that money, right? Because clients pay money to see you. And then speaking of that, we do have a special that's going on right now for 2 hours of web maintenance, only $97. And you can find it by looking up bit.ly CSI web promo. So and you can also look in my bio, if you're on Instagram, even on YouTube, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, look in the bio. That link will tell you how to get there, how to take advantage of that special. It's only $97, and it's only good until Monday, this coming Monday, midnight. Well, really 11:59 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to take care of your website and get it running smoothly, get everything taken care of before Labor Day, that's a big spending time, Labor Day. So go ahead and do that. Look up in my bio. Other than that, thank you for entertaining me and being here and learning about your website. I hope this has helped you. If so, if this content has been helpful to you, please share it, please comment, and please like it so that we can tell Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, hey, this is some good stuff, and that I can keep doing this and get the word out to more people, because the more you know, the better your website is going to be, because I want all of y'all to have a wow website. That's all I have for today. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next Friday. Bye for now.